Take you through the caseload bank account reconciliation. We've always had a reconciliation in our product, but within the last few years we've developed a more modern, comprehensive reconciliation that a lot of our clients are using, but yet a lot of them are not. And we would like to give you a good overview on this product and give you some hints on the way it could help you. The reconciliation is available either through the trust module or the accounts payable module, but you're not limited as to the various bank accounts that you can reconcile. You can use the normal toolbar to add as many bank accounts as you like, and this sample, you'll see this one is for our operating account or accounts payable, and I also have one loaded in the product for our trust account. So we obviously encourage you to reconcile all of your accounts back to your bank statement each month. For those of you that are brand new to the product, there's no preparation work that you need to concern yourself with other than setting up your bank accounts, of course. But those of you who have been on caseload for any amount of time that would like to start using the new reconciliation, you need to familiarize yourself with a few getting started procedures that can be found in the help document that's right online. Basically, all this entails is going out and clearing all of your checks, transfers, deposits, etc. up through a particular cutoff date, because like in time accounting and billing, you've never really had a way to clear your deposits in the past and until the advent of this particular product. So each month when the bank statement comes in, we encourage you to open up the statement, read the information on the statement as far as the beginning and ending balance of the statement and the cutoff date of the particular bank statement you might be reconciling. And of course you'll want to get on the particular account. And as you'll notice, all of these tabs right now as far as transactions are actually empty. You can elect several options when you set up a bank account. In this particular case, we're going to say any entry that we key, we want it automatically marked as cleared. We want it sorted by check number as opposed to check date or several other methods. And we want to view cleared and uncleared items. So on this statement, we'll say the beginning balance was $1,000 and the ending balance on this statement we'll say was $19,376.13, and the ending date is 02/28/11, and the system automatically computes the GL balance or general ledger balance as of that particular ending date. Now we actually want to tell it to load our data. The first question it asks is, do we want all the data loaded as having been cleared? And this really is just a feature of whether or not most of your checks clear every month or not. In our example here, we're going to say we do not want them loaded as cleared. Then it advises us that we'll be given an option to load particular types of data. And we say yes, we want to continue. When you are reconciling the account at the beginning of each month or whenever you do it during the month, you would obviously want to move all items over to the selected box because you want to load everything. But an example of how you may not wish to take all is, let's say that you're in a process of reconciling and you would like to restart the process just on your deposits or just on your miscellaneous. Then you can actually unload your deposits, for instance, go out, make any changes that you like to, and then when you load data again, you load only the deposits. So we're loading all the data and we'll tell it OK, and it lets us know that all the data has been loaded. At this point, we click on each tab and compare it to our bank statement. If you'll notice, our checks have been loaded in numerical order. And you can go through and individually clear a particular check, or if the majority of the checks have cleared in this statement, as in the case of our example, we will just click the All button and tell it to mark all of them, and then we'll go through and uncheck the ones that we know did not clear on this statement. In our case, it's going to be 1003 and 1011. So these checks are uncleared, which leaves us with this amount as having been cleared. Then we will go to our deposits, and through 225 we'll say that they have all cleared. And then in our miscellaneous, we'll notice that it automatically loaded an insurance draft that was keyed directly into the general ledger as a journal entry. You can either key these in during the month if you know about what time they're going to hit the bank each month, or you can wait until this process and actually enter them in through this program and have them post back into the general ledger. In our case, as far as bank charges, we'll notice that the bank did impose a service charge this month. This allows us to key this service charge in this program in order to reconcile and actually post that entry back into our general ledger without having to make a separate journal entry to do that. So we'll go up here and say we want to add a record, and we'll add the record on the statement date, and the service charge in our case was $6.59, and we'll give it a description. If you remember, any keyed item we have selected to automatically is being cleared. We have already selected or pre-selected a general ledger account to post our service charges to, and then we want to actually log this or instruct it to be posted into the general ledger. In our case here, there were no wire transfers, there were no interest items. So when we go back to our bank account tab, the entire goal of this process is to get the bank statement information ending balance to agree with our account balance in green. When these two agree, we know that we're in balance between CASELODE and the actual bank statement itself. So at this point, we recommend that you print several reports. One is to print the checklist, and this could be checks, deposits, etc. that have not uncleared. This is uncleared items, and you have a slogan over here that gives you the code for the type of each item. So you would want to print this out and attach it to the bank statement, and we'll close that. And then you would also want to print the reconciliation report. Once you've printed a reconciliation report, your next goal is to do the posting. What the posting actually accomplishes is to go out and mark all of the items you have marked as cleared with the cleared indicator and a date of having been cleared as of our bank statement ending date. At the time you tell it to post, it will actually bring that report as well up on the screen again, just as a reminder to print it. So it lets you know up in the heading which account you're reconciling, and it lets you know the bank statement ending balance and whether or not your reconciliation balance agrees with that. And it could be page after page, just depending on how many transactions you have in the statement. But we do recommend that you go ahead and print this. If you haven't already printed it, once you click post and it displays on the screen, you can actually just hit your print icon and go ahead and print it. And assuming that we did print it, we'll close the preview, and it asks us if we want to proceed with the posting, and we'll tell it OK. So in our case, since we did key and post a service charge, it lets us know that information was posted to the general ledger. Then if we go back through these tabs, you'll notice that that all of our items are gone and they've cleared out of this reconciliation screen and they have been posted back into the ledger. One thing that you need to keep in mind is as you are going through this process, if a transaction happens to show up in the bank statement that you do not see in your screens here, there could be several reasons. One could be that item has inadvertently already been cleared, or it could be that you just missed entering that item into CASELODE in the case of a manual check or something of that nature, in which case you can actually key it right in during your reconciliation process with the new icon, but you cannot temporarily suspend the reconciliation and go key that document where it should have been keyed to start with and then expect it to just show up in the bank reconciliation. So what you would want to do here is to go ahead and key it here for reconciliation purposes and then process that document originally as it would have been processed to start with. So we recommend that you go through this process each and every month. There's really no reason to send your bank reconciliations out and pay for that service by some third party, but it's just so simple to keep up with it yourself, and it's also something that you should not delay. I mean, there's really no particular reason to ever be more than 3 or 4 weeks behind reconciling a bank account, if that much. So we hope you will take advantage of this process. If you are not using CASELODE, this is just another feature and another way that we serve you. And if you are using CASELODE, we hope that you're either using this product now or will begin to use it very soon. And this is just another way that we try to round out the completion of their accounting offerings. And if you really want to talk to a real person, just give us a call or visit us on the web at www.caselode.com. Thank you.